Would you share your three most important tips for beginner entrepreneurs if they want to start, if they think about starting a business and want to do it, and ideally online?
Yeah, great. So 3 tips. First one is find out your why, what's motivating you, and make sure it really is your why. So you'll stay up late and do the work, or when things get hard, you won't just decide to go out with your friends, but you'll stay in and grind it out. So that why, I think, just continuing on the last point, is really important. The next one is take your shot, take the opportunity when you have it in front of you. Don't let it pass you by. There's a good quote by Wayne Gretzky that is I heard growing up as a kid, being a soccer player, and it was, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So in other words, if you don't take the shot, 100% of course you're going to miss. But if you take that shot, you've got at least a chance of getting the shot, of scoring that goal, of winning that business or winning that client. So take the shot, take the opportunity when you get the chance. So those would be the why. Find out the why, take your opportunity. And the final one is start with a virtual event. All right. If your business is struggling, if you're unsure of what to do, or if you're moving into a new market, or you just want to scale inside your own market, a virtual event will generate the impact, the leads, the audience, the revenue, as well as connections within your marketplace and industry faster, quicker than any other method of marketing that I've seen. And I've had over 400 online entrepreneurs who have scaled their businesses to hundreds, if not millions of dollars, come in and speak at my events. And I've heard all the strategies and I've tried many of them myself. And the best one I just keep coming back to is this virtual event really just catapults you onto the stage as an expert in your market, making everything else easier. As soon as if you're looking to sell something and you want to make it easier for you to sell something, then look at our system for running one of these high impact, high profit virtual events.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Liam. Entrepreneurship is so much about mindset. Can you describe your own mindset that you have, or let's say the ideal mindset that you think someone needs to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I'll revert to a little bit of the story that I was talking about before. 2000, I was in a startup. I created my own website that was dating in the dating space, and I was doing paid ads. I was doing SEO. I was editing HTML. I was running my own business. It was generating income. It was doing great. But it took me till 2015 to really start the business. It took me 15 years of just playing around, kind of doing a side hustle, if you like, and playing with things, but not actually completely dedicating myself and focusing on it. So that was a mindset thing, absolutely. 15 years of just kind of playing away versus diving in deep. And how could I dive in deep? Well, I needed some kind of motivation, and that motivation was Sarah, my partner. She lived in Sweden. She was going to move back to Sweden. I was going to live in Australia, and it was going to be a sad ending, right? We were going to have to separate. But there was a solution in we could create this online business and live in both places without either of us sacrificing. And so knowing that and having that fire underneath us to make sure we had this happen, otherwise the opposing result was devastating, right? There was a lot of pain if we didn't make this thing happen. So having that drive, having that determination, having that reason, that why, people talk about having that why and that deeper why. If that is strong enough, that's going to help you be more successful. So taking time to find out what your why is, I think is crucial for any kind of success when it comes to entrepreneurship and making sure you're dedicated, you're being as productive as possible.
Thank you. I would even say that that's very romantic. That's cool.
Yep. So love is a powerful motivator for sure.
Yeah, love is the answer. I'm very curious about how do you balance working with your partner and just be partners in business and in life, and have kind of that balance so that everything works fine and healthy. Like you mentioned some rules and some systems. Would you share them?
Yeah, barriers. So like really, and invisible barriers, right? Like, so early on, we were working from home. We wanted to create this business. We're bootstrapping. We don't need to go out and hire an office or anything like that. But soon it became, apparent that we were spending 24/7 together, and it was a blur between business and our personal lives. Like, were we co-founders, or were we, girlfriend, boyfriend? And where was the barrier there that separated the two? So, we made strict rules about, okay, well, between these hours, like when we said we're like, let's say it's 9 to 5, at 5 p.m., there's no more talk about business, right? That happens at the morning meeting at 9 a.m. You have to save it till then. Little rules like that. Eventually, when we had a bit of income coming in, we went and got offices, and I worked in one co-working space, and Sarah actually went to a different co-working space. So we were working remotely, but we'd come home together, or we'd catch the transport, the bus, train home together. So just creating those little small elements where you can separate the two, and distinctively separating the personal life and the business life helped everything, right? And so every other kind of rule that we've made to help make our lives easier or better has really come back to that foundational rule.
As a very last question, could you share how people can connect with you if they want to use your service, or get in touch with you? How can they do that the best?
Yeah, great. So the best way is to check out, I think, a couple of free trainings that we have. So one is quickworkshopwin.com. If you feel like you want to do a workshop, one of the quickest, simplest, easiest ways to generate clients in just 90 minutes. We've got a step-by-step system for that. There's a free checklist that goes through those steps at quickworkshopwin.com. So go check that out. And the other one is, if you're looking to do one of these bigger conferences or summits, we've got an hour-long, I think, training on that at virtualsummitclass.com. Go and register for both of those. They're free. You can check out my stuff. And if you're interested, we'll send you some emails so you can get access to the content. Just reply to those emails, and typically my team will forward me those emails if they're personal for me. And yeah, happy to help support any up-and-coming or scaling entrepreneur to make more of an impact, generate more revenue, and create their dream life.
If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button and never miss an episode of Svencast again.